players, as we saw Lenny from Konami talking about them there. It was a Del Piero. I mean, some of these names are heroes, aren't they? And they will be available in the game. And if you want that chance, as Andy mentioned, just using the featured words from today, featured players was one of them, Maradona, and we are waiting for that third one. And you go to the website, input those from the respective tabs, and you will be potentially looking at some legends for 2019 for yourself, and or coins for the mobile game.
We're moments away. The tension is building as the players are getting set up. It looks like F. Mestre's all good. He's in position, but we're just waiting for ETTORITO now to be fully confirmed, and I think we're moments away. And then we have the second semi-final. So we had 3 goals in the first one. It was fairly open, I thought, from the offset. Certainly very different to some of the group matches, and certainly a lot different to the co-op games.
Absolutely. It was quite a shock, actually, to see Alex able to turn that game, knowing how strong team it is after taking the lead, and knowing how potentially jaded he has been after all the games he's had to play today. But he did turn it on its head. He is in the 1v1 World Finals, and who will join him? Will it be F. Mestre from Brazil, who has no real World Finals experience, but regional experience this year, against the multiple finals winner across the board, across Worlds, Europe and Italy, and his teammate from Broken Silence, of course, who will be joining Alex in that final. Who's your tip?
ETTORITO. I think it's all set up. I think it's lined up for this. Not literally set up, you know what I mean. I think it's just there for the taking. ETTORITO against his friend in the final. They've both already won. I think it's just there. Surely ETTORITO can come good. But then,
I mean, if you lose the final to a friend, is that any form of consolation?
In part, yes, because you're both there as friends. And look, they've already won. So it will be softened immediately by the fact that they've already won a final today together.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bragging rights you'd want.
And another thing, to be fair, to put it in context, if F. Mestre goes through and wins, although they're not teammates, him and Alex Alguacil, it's one big community, and they do come together, and a lot of these players are friends on and offline. So certainly after the game's done, the handshakes, you know, the hugs, the camaraderie will come back. But until then, we have potentially 10 minutes away from seeing who is going to that final between ETTORITO and F. Mestre. And it is ETTORITO who's got a lightning start here. And it's just been hacked away.
Yeah, I think he certainly wanted to set his stall out early with that attack involving Welbeck. Here's Wookjin. Mendy. Wookjin again on his left side, looking for Mendy in the box, and it falls over the crossbar, but it will be a corner kick to Jeju United and F. Mestre.
The first of the day as well. 4 minutes gone here.
Park. Mendy was the target. I think we'll see that as a recurring theme in the middle. Mendy, the intention on the attack for F. Mestre. We've already got one Arsenal into the final. Will it be an all-Arsenal battle in the final, or will we see South Korean representation in the form of Brazil's F. Mestre? Welbeck. Aubameyang turning. He's got Iwobi with him. Aubameyang goes for goal, and what a start for ETTORITO, the Italian, and his Arsenal side. Aubameyang with a terrific opener.
It came out of absolutely nothing. There was nothing doing for ETTORITO there. In fact, he conceded a lot of territory and a lot of possession, and then suddenly, in the blink of an eye, he got a chance to sniff on the edge of the area. And when you are banging form, which he has been in the last few games, everything he touches is turning to gold. Like with Alex Alguacil, he is now in front, and could it be that dream Broken Silence scenario in the 1v1 finals as well?
We've not seen an Arsenal team, I don't think, today start with Aubameyang, Welbeck together alongside. Is it Iwobi who's also involved as well? So it's quite an attacking team, really. It's almost three up top in many ways for ETTORITO, and it's paid off so far.
ETTORITO there celebrating in true Spanish style here in Barcelona with Vamos. Of course, he has his counterpart from that region in that Broken Silence trio. And it was lovely to see there as he scored. Alex and Luca both jumping up, celebrating as well.
Iwobi. Bellerin. Iwobi again. There's a bit of space opening up potentially for Arsenal, but it went over the touchline, so it's a throw into Jeju United.
Now, in terms of game management, F. Mestre really needs to put a lid on this, because if you know anything about ETTORITO, once he does score early, sometimes the floodgates will open if the game is not handled correctly by his opponent. So he needs to really try and kill the atmosphere here for the next 10 to 15 minutes and grow into this game. If he concedes a second, it could be 5 or 6, and that's no disrespect to F. Mestre. It's just once he gets in the zone, he can be very, very difficult to control indeed.
Maitland-Niles for ETTORITO. Xhaka. Aubameyang not first to the ball on that occasion. Wook Jin, who hasn't really got too many options because F. Mestre's playing rather deep, so he probably is maybe listening to what you're saying about just managing the game for the next 10 minutes or so.
Heart rates sky high for F. Mestre. It does definitely seem the team who are losing have that highest heart rate for sure.
Wook Jin to Mendy. Wook Jin again. Doing well to keep possession.
Now remember, it was F. Mestre who started proceedings today in that 4-4 thriller with Tiamat, using that tactic of the chip over the top and the sort of hooked volley finish. A couple of headers on a couple of occasions, but we've not seen any of that so far today in this semi-final.
It's the ideal start for ETTORITO, leading by a goal to 0.
The opposite start to what Alex had in his semi-final after trailing to Tiamat. Oh, it's an own goal!
Oh my word, that is an awful own goal. That's a striker's goal.
What an absolute catastrophe for F. Mestre on one of the biggest stages of the PES 2018 tour. He has delivered a blow to himself that might just see ETTORITO through to that final. I mean, I understand he was under pressure, but you just wouldn't have predicted that in a million years, would you? Just hook goalwards.
It was a brilliant finish.
It was a great finish. And he knows, and he knows.
Oh,
You've got to feel for the guy.
It's a clanger and a half, and he was trying not to celebrate too much, ETTORITO, but by the end of our camera being close on him, he had to let go a little wry smile, and why not? Because it's a massive advantage now, half an hour in, 2 goals in front, and Iwobi is on the attack. Could it be 3 in a moment's time? Aubameyang!
That's a save.
That's a great save.
And it's just what we were saying. If the second goal does come in, it could open the floodgates, and ETTORITO is looking to well and truly finish this game in the first half and set up a dream final for Broken Silence, who conquered the co-op mode earlier today. Is another tip over the top from the Jeju United #1.
He's asking so many questions of F. Mestre, ETTORITO. Even that seemingly harmless free kick ended up being now a corner and potentially a goal. Taken short, as we've seen throughout the day, particularly with the one-on-one matches. Another free kick, this time closer to goal, admittedly at a tighter angle. The Qatarian to Xhaka, who lets go from the edge of the area.
Just couldn't quite get the whip back in towards that near post. It was angled outside and it never quite came back, much to F. Mestre's delight, because we are still a game that's in the balance, because if, of course, F Mestre were to get a goal, it would be game on. But he needs to stop the threat of ETTORITO, and that is easier said than done when he's in this sort of form.
Yeah, it's been all Arsenal as Iwobi loses out, but it's regained by Mkhitaryan. Bellerin, Iwobi. Now Welbeck. Can Welbeck do any damage? He gets the shot away. I think that took a slight deflection, perhaps.
Yeah, it was a great challenge in the end, coming in from F Mestre. Just trying to stifle the tide, which is only heading one way at this moment in time, as we tick into the final 10 minutes of this opening first half. And it's been a dream first half for ETTORITO, hasn't it? It's almost been too easy, and could that be a problem? Could he be complacent in the second half and then drop out of that elusive zone we keep talking about, allowing F Mestre back into the game? Of course, he needs that goal, the Brazilian, in order for that to put the pressure on.
Mendy will have to do a bit of running. No free kick. It's advantage given instead. Hwang is into the box, but on his weaker left side, and now Arsenal come away. Iwobi is the target. He flicks on to Aubameyang. Aubameyang back to Mkhitaryan. Good work in the middle, though, from Woo Kim and Zhu Zhang. Now there's an opportunity, perhaps, for F Mestre. There's just not been an opening, has there?
No, it's great game management from ETTORITO. He's also been very good defensively as well, and he has, at this moment in time, one leg in that final. And if it gets through the next 10 to 15 minutes, it could be even more, but he has to keep that door shut, and he has done that. Hacked away, half-time, and he's edging ever closer, Andy.
Aubameyang and an own goal, a spectacular own goal, I might add. The difference
goal of the day.
These two, F Mestre and ETTORITO. Yeah, a rival to that back heel from Bellerin, if you remember.
Absolutely.
Earlier, to set up a chance. It wasn't even a goal in the end, but it was a terrific bit of football.
Moment of the match. Yeah, absolutely. Now, how does F Mestre approach the second half? Does he go completely gung-ho, or does he hope for a little opening with 20 minutes to go to get back to 2-1? Well, it looks like he's going gung-ho, and he's almost got a chance here. Hacked away by Pedichet. I was almost answered by the Brazilian himself.
It's definitely a potentially worthwhile tactic, just going for it.
Surely.
Jean!
Such a big chance for the Brazilian. It opened up on that right foot on the edge of the area, and he lashed it goalwards, but it looked like it went quite a way wide in the end.
The replay actually makes it worse, because it shows the time and space there was available there.
And the space in the net as well, because the goalkeeper had come right the way across towards that near post and left a lot of vacant space to find if he could have been a bit more composed.
Bellerin dispossessed by Joao. Hwang to take the throw-in. But Arsenal have possession back. Bellerin to Mkhitaryan. Now Xhaka. That's a poor pass. Kim. Dispossessed by Bellerin. Iwobi heads on to Aubameyang. Aubameyang through to Welbeck on his left side. Welbeck couldn't beat the keeper. The danger averted by F Mestre, and it's worrying times for the Brazilian, as we see a terrific opportunity once again. It's just end to end, isn't it? It's bombarding.
Yeah, it's brilliant play from ETTORITO. He's certainly not resting on his laurels. He's going for that third goal, completely kill the tie, get through to the final where he would face Alex Alguacil, and that so far is what is going to happen, unless there is quite a remarkable turnaround here from F Mestre. And of course then the big question I would want to know from Luca Tubelli: who do you want to win? Do you want your Italian compatriot or your adopted new brother from Spain? But we are not there yet. F Mestre still has a chance to get through to the final, but he needs a goal, and he needs it quick.
Yeah, it's a chance that's becoming slimmer and slimmer as the time ticks along here in Barcelona. It's really good to have you with us for this second semi-final of one-on-one Pesleague at the World Finals. What can Hwang do? Nothing, because he's lost the ball. Iwobi. for Arsenal. Aubameyang, the goal scorer. And that's a nice little chip. It was certainly an attempt at trying to score from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Not converted on this occasion.
He's tried that on a few occasions now, hasn't he?
Mkhitaryan. Iwobi is through on goal. It won't be a penalty. He didn't really have enough contact on him, the young Englishman. Now it is with Aubameyang. He's been forced out wide, but I don't think ETTORITO will mind necessarily, because we're heading towards the final 20 minutes of game time. Hwang to Mendy. Even now in possession, there just looks to be a lack of options available to Jeju.
That early goal has been crucial in this semi-final so far, and ETTORITO has been thoroughly professional in maintaining the tide as well, because he's not really allowed the momentum to change at all, has he? Something that perhaps he picked up in the co-ops, because we mentioned last year ETTORITO was very gung-ho and just smashed quite a few teams in his wake, but then possibly met someone who was a bit more defensive, and he, like Tiamat, for example, lost 1-0 on a few occasions to the Frenchman, and we were wondering whether he had that more professional approach to the game, and maybe that's what he's been helped in the 1v1s by doing the co-ops as well, because we saw that from them against Total Football in the semi-final, or in the final, should I say, that measured approach, and he's doing that in the 1v1s here against F. Mestre.
Both players are tinkering with their teams, including ETTORITO, who is 2-0 up. Lacazette has been sent on. Willock as well for Maitland-Niles. Meanwhile, Manuel Cruz replaces Kim. And an opportunity for Lacazette immediately to cause some damage around the box. Willock, his fellow sub, choosing to go to the other side to Mkhitaryan. Bellerin with a great pass to Mkhitaryan.
First game in the semi-final was possibly more dramatic. The turnaround comeback from Alex Alguacil to win 2-1. This has been fairly one-way traffic. Not at his flamboyant best for sure, but certainly deservedly winning 2-0, and a chance for 3, just the wrong side of the post.
He keeps the time ticking along though. Lacazette going for goal on the turn, so he couldn't really have a look up at goal. Possession is clearly in favour of Arsenal, who have been continuing to go for it in this second half, despite having the advantage at the break already in place. 2-0. Koscielny getting a rare touch in this semi-final. Willock to Xhaka. Now Bellerin. It's surely now not possible for F. Mestre to make extra time, let alone the final.
Yeah, both heart rates seem to have evened themselves out. Are they both fairly calm, knowing that the result is there or thereabouts? Possibly. Possibly F. Mestre has accepted defeat here. He will obviously never throw in the towel, and he'll make a few changes here to his formation to try and get a real dramatic final 5 minutes.
ETTORITO using this stoppage to kill a bit of time as well, and just make sure that the victory is complete, and he will face his final against his friend.
And of course, as you can see, ETTORITO going very narrow, bringing a lot of the attacking players back. Mkhitaryan, Iwobi, Willock all dropped deep into that midfield diamond, whereas, of course, Jeju United having to grab 2 goals now in, well, 5 minutes. They've thrown everyone forward, much like the Brazil team of old, possibly, with the likes of Cafu, etc., who is one of the legends. And Romario and Bebeto as well, who are certainly one of the legends you'll be seeing next year anyway in PES 2019. Those two joining the roster. And you'll be able to get your hands on those by entering those 2 phrases or words that have been mentioned already today.
Lacazette to Aubameyang. Can Aubameyang really kill the game off with a third? No, he can't. Jean. For Jeju. Jean again. Mendy now inside the box, and it's offside. We're about to enter added time in this semi-final.
We've kind of hit the first lull, haven't we? Because this game has been so well managed by ETTORITO after going 2-0 in front. It's not really ever been in the balance. He's been so assured in possession. He's not given F. Mestre a sniff, and he is heading through to the PES 2018 World Finals. Not only has he won the co-op with Luca Tubelli on your screen there and Alex Alguacil, but he will now face the Spaniard in the final for the 1v1s.
Yeah, it is.